It's the Leaf Hour edition of the Real Kipper and Bourne Show. Nick Kypreos, Justin Bourne, Sammy McKee, Derek Brandeo, Jake the Snake Schultz. We're live on Sportsnet 360, Sportsnet 590 The Fan, and streaming always on Sportsnet Plus. And if you miss our show, catch us on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube.
Anywhere. All over the place.
This hour, Real Kipper, brought to you by Bet365. All right, JB, go.
The Leafs win. The Canadians lose.
Craig Berube will join us in a few minutes.
Yeah, that's
We'll
exciting.
get his thoughts on what he liked and maybe what he needs to work on.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, Leafs have this stranglehold over the Montreal Canadiens in season openers, and it keeps going.
10 straight wins for the Leafs over the Canadians in season openers. 9 straight wins.
No, 11 straight home games versus the Canadiens.
11 straight home games they've won against the
Yeah.
Canadians.
That's their second longest such streak in franchise history. Won 12 straight at home versus the Canucks from 2014 to 2022.
Yeah, not going to say they won going away, but they pretty evenly fought match, more or less. I had the Leafs ahead in high danger chances, and their power play wasn't great. But listen, they found a way to get a couple of timely goals, and
So what
Stolarz was good.
What was the setup last night, boys, for Jays and Leafs?
Oh, so I actually was Leafs big screen, Jays little screen, and everyone in my house was like, we're not doing that at all. So Jays went to the big screen, Leafs little, and then I recorded Leafs, watched on the laptop, then went back post game.
Yeah, I had the Sportsnet Plus thing going on my phone, so
Okay.
I just switched it back and forth.
Really? Okay.
I couldn't not watch them.
No, I had Leafs
I
on
had
the
a-
laptop with sound,
Yeah.
and then Jays on big screen
Yeah,
with no sound.
I had to watch the Leafs last night,
Yeah.
more so than the Jays. I had a window here. They're up 2-1. There was still some wiggle room.
Yeah.
Oh my
They would
God!
have won
you're
tomorrow
ins-
night, Sammy. They would have won tomorrow night. They
What
would
are you talking about?
Yeah. Even if
They won a
I didn't
bullpen
have
game
to. I didn't
in
have
Yankee
to. I didn't have to
Stadium.
lock into the Jays last night.
So
I was hyper lucky.
I
Were
think,
you?
yeah.
It just felt like as soon as they got those early runs, it just felt like it was
Early
in the
runs, it
bag.
was 1-1 until the fifth inning.
Well, they got out of the gate. They got out of the gate first.
I think it was nice to have the Leafs on because I put the sound on the Leafs on my computer and I was watching that closely. And it was nice to pretend that the Jays didn't exist. Like I'd have them on the big TV, no sound, and I was like,
Wait for something to
I was like,
happen to look up.
that's what. It's like a regular season game. I'm
Yeah.
barely even paying attention. Blah blah
But
blah.
that's the nice thing is I could watch the Leafs game,
Yeah.
and then when something happens in
Yeah.
baseball, then it stops for a while.
I will say, just quickly on the Jays, I don't know. Like you said, you didn't even care about it last night. You weren't locked in or whatever. But the feeling that I have today is almost not even like exuberance. It's just pure relief. And I'm like, thank God I don't have to do that again until Sunday.
I thought that was
God.
a fun one.
No,
Not just relief.
it's
That was fun.
horrible. Yeah, it's just horrible.
But
There's every moment is horrible.
When's it fun for you?
Never.
It should feel like it's just getting started, not
It
like a
does.
relief.
I mean, they got
There's
Pat. They
no
did,
relief. There's just a build for.
well,
I will say,
beating the
I don't want you
Yankees
to be
is a pretty big.
satisfied. I don't want you to be
that's a good coach.
satisfied.
This is a Berube.
I don't want you to be
here.
satisfied. If they lose the next round, you need to be crushed and disappointed.
Duh. Like, what?
You know what? But you know what?
Obviously.
I felt additional pressure for the Jays because of Buck. Because Buck went
Yeah.
out there and said, the Yankees are not a good team.
And he was
they're
right.
not.
They're not.
And
And then he went back on in New York, I think, and doubled down. Again,
Doubled down.
he's like, I was right. They
Yeah.
aren't any good. They suck. And guess
so I
what?
felt some pressure to back up Jamie Campbell.
But baseball, unlike any other sport, has this feeling of winning like multiple championships before you win the
It
championship.
is. Everyone
it's
knows
just-
it's too much.
It's
Disagree.
What do you? What? No. What do you?
it's just like
Three
it's like you're
championships.
winning,
Yes.
it's like,
It's
it's like
special when
you've
you win
won
all of
3
them.
World Series
Love it.
already.
Love it. I love it. I love it all.
I would say hockey could do a little more celebrating when they win a round.
They do. Just
No,
just
they don't.
just at the bar.
No, they
No.
don't.
Just at the bar. They don't.
What celebrating do you want?
No,
Let the fans do that
because
on
they
the
come on the mic
streets.
and they go, "We haven't done anything yet. This is just."
And
the
it's
beginning."
true.
No, it's not true. It's something. It's between everything and nothing.
So when's the 10th year anniversary that the Leafs beat Tampa Bay coming up.
No, it's not the same.
In the first
though.
round.
It's obviously.
When are you going to celebrate
This is
that?
such a Kipper's egg. They didn't do anything. I wasn't even watching. This is classic Kip. We've been working together 5 years. I'm really it didn't even matter. I wasn't even watching.
It's only one championship where
The group chat is Kipper. Oh my God, 100 exclamation marks. He comes on here. He's like, I don't even care.
Well,
I don't even
my
care.
mom was texting me about it. She goes, I can't believe I'm watching a baseball game. I got my
it's
artsy
great,
friends
but
watching it.
don't be satisfied. You're in it to win it.
They're saying the right things. We don't have to.
I agree with the fact that I'm not satisfied, but beating the Yankees is different than beating any other team. Beating the ecosystem that is the New York Yankees is one of the sweeter things that you could have.
And seeing Vladdy dancing to Kings of New York, seeing Schneider do the start spreading the news, B words.
Yeah.
We're
But you
going,
can't-
seeing all of this is great. The Yankees lose.
If your Leafs beat Florida last year
Yeah.
and lost to Carolina,
Yeah.
it still would suck.
Less sucky.
Well, and here's the thing.
It's just sucky or no sucky.
Guess
All right,
what?
well, no more
All right.
baseball.
They
we
wouldn't
have.
have lost to Carolina.
All right.
Okay. Enough of that baseball talk unless our next guest wants to
bet
get
he'd
into
like
it.
to talk it.
Let's welcome in Craig Berube, head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So it was a tough coaching last night with one eye on the ice and the other one apparently on a Blue Jay game, like everybody in the stands apparently.
Well, just in the third period, I think there was a little bit of a cheer going on there. The Blue Jays score came up or whatever, but no, it was good. Great to get back at it, and great to get that win.
No doubt the most important thing, Craig, the 2 points and getting the win. But outside of that, I got a sense from your post-game comments that there's a few things that you want to talk about or work on before Saturday night against Detroit. What's at the top of the list for the next few days as you gear towards Game 2?
Yeah, I think execution with the puck, but also just a little more directness with the puck. I thought we were a little bit slow at our decision making at times, and then execution wasn't great at times with the puck. And I've seen this before, but we could be better with the puck, and I think that caused some problems. Obviously, when you put our players in tough positions with turnovers and not executing plays.
Craig, when you look at your lineup, obviously some new line combinations, how do you go into the first chunk of a season and try to have patience while trying new things? How quickly do you react to things as they're happening? I guess it's small samples, but we are learning things as we're going here. How do you approach trying to create lines with this early information?
Yeah, I think, I keep, experimenting, and like I did last night, I move guys around throughout the game a little bit here and there, and I'm going to keep doing that. I don't think that changes too much over, maybe the first month. I think I'm going to move people around a little bit and try different things, but, I'm not just going to quit on the lines after one game either. I'm not doing that either. So you got to have some patience, but also in game, I'm going to mix guys around a little bit like I did last night.
Can you give us, Craig, a little bit of insight in the changes just prior to last night's game? Because we saw Scott Laughton leave out, and usually it's, okay, Lawton's out, I'll replace him with maybe a fourth line center of my depth, and I would have thought Camp would go in, but you chose to change up the other lines as well. So that just couldn't have been all about Scott Laughton not being there anymore. I mean, there was other reasons why you wanted all of a sudden Marcelli to go back up with Austin.
Well, I guess because I had the confidence in Max because I used him in that role last year in the third line at center quite a bit throughout the season. And that was a big part of it when Laughton went down, to be honest with you. And then just the roster moves and things like that we made, so I'm working with what we got. And, I've used Max there before, and he's done a good job there. So that was the reason to put Max back there and get Michelli up where I put him to try him out there with Austin and Knives. And so I just juggled some guys around and what I thought would be a good fit. And like I said, it's still, we're working on it. We're still, trying to figure out if this will be a good fit or not. Like I said, I need more than one game.
So we imagine that we'll see Marcelli with Austin maybe throughout the weekend here. What did you see last night? I thought it was a quiet game for Austin. What was your overall assessment of the big line?
Yeah, I think they had some good shifts where they're possessing the puck and doing some good things. But obviously it wasn't enough. We all know that. And it'll get better. I do believe that. I think some of their puck touches were not great. I go back to the puck again. I didn't think that we were making good plays with it or executing with our plays. So like I said, we got to keep working on that. That's something we're going to focus on tomorrow at practice. Just making better puck plays, better decisions with it. A little more directness. I thought that there was times where we tried to make plays that they're just too difficult. We don't need to make those, and it ends up we turn the puck over. But, I think there's something there with that top line with Michelli. Like I said, he can pass the puck. He can make plays. He made some plays last night. But I think there's just they need to find some chemistry between the three of them, a little more chemistry than they're showing right now.
Yeah, and obviously that takes a little bit of time for some guys. It looked like some of the players who have been here, Morgan Riley was fantastic for you last night, skating as well as I can recall seeing him skate. And then, so with the other guys who haven't been here so much, I don't want to say do you have lower expectations for them, but what is the process of getting Nick Waugh comfortable or Dakota Joshua? Obviously, Michelli's getting nice opportunity here, but do you put in extra times behind the scenes with them, or how do you get them to where the other guys are at?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, I just think it's time. It takes a little time to feel it, but I thought Nick Waugh's game got better as the game went along. I thought he had a real good third period. That's the Nick Waugh that we know from Vegas. I thought he was strong down the middle of the ice. His face-offs got better as the game went along. Penalty killing, closing the game out, being out there in those situations and doing what he does. He's a big, strong guy. I thought he really showed that in the third period. I thought Dakota, it'll come with Dakota. He's a straight line player. It's simple, getting in, getting pucks in and going to work and being that heavy forecheck guy. I didn't think that line got there enough for him to be as effective as he would be. They just didn't get there enough and manage the game enough properly to get there enough. So that's, we're going to work on that. And I think I thought his camp was pretty good, to be honest with you, of what he brings to our team. So I don't think it's going to be an issue with him. I just think that the whole team struggled last night with the puck, to be honest with you.
You're listening to Craig Berube, head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Justin, you touched on it. Morgan Riley, I thought that was maybe his best skating game I've seen in a couple of years, to be quite honest with you. How much of a relief, or at least how happy you were to see Morgan moving so well?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I thought all camp he moved like that, so I wasn't surprised. I mean, he's skating and doing the things that we want him to do and that he needs to do. I was pretty impressed with him last night. Great to see him come out and play a real good game right off the hop, contribute offensively. Just do the things he can do. He's capable of doing, with and without the puck. And so he had a very solid game, very encouraging. But he put the work in all summer. He was prepared. Like I said, he had a real good camp. So I wasn't surprised that he went out and played the way he did.
The one area, guys got a great win last night. Obviously, not everything was perfect. As you mentioned, the power play seemed to struggle a little bit, and it's going to be a little different, I guess, the small personnel tweaks. Is that like the rest of the game where you feel it's just a directness thing is something that you want to emphasize, or is there something else you'll be looking for as you guys try to improve there?
Yeah, I thought we struggled on our entries on the power play last night. That's where the problems, in my opinion, came from. We only had 2 of them. We turned the puck over on one of them. They scored. The other one, we had the puck in the zone, and I thought it was just too slow moving the puck. I think, they just got to move the puck quicker, and then